We're always thrilled when we can have guests in here, and today Nicole is joining us all the way from Virginia. I spoke to her just a little earlier, and she was great, and she's in the Washington, D.C. area. And in addition to being a homeschooling mom of 3, she has a mission to inspire us to invest in self-worth with her Worthy of Wearing movement. Nicole, thanks so much for being with us. How you doing?
Hello. Hi, Bishop. Hi, Jay. How are you?
Hi, Nicole.
Doing great. I'm not walking. When I was talking to Nicole earlier, I was walking around, pacing the studio, getting steps in.
Always he's got to get those steps in, Nicole. He's got to get them.
Let's start with the basics. What do you mean by worthy of wearing?
So worthy of wearing is this idea, this mindset that came about from my own journey in motherhood, where I was just living my ordinary life with my children at home and had lived this life before of working in fashion in New York and had all these clothes that were just sitting in the closet and just had this kind of disconnecting moment, like that was me before, this is me now, but I didn't feel truly like myself. And so I started to incorporate those items into my daily life, even though, yes, there were kids running around and making spills and all these things. And I noticed it gave me so much confidence. And through that confidence, I was able to make new friends, join the moms group at my parish, have this new meaning in my life as a mother. And so I started discussing it with women on social media, and a lot of them said, gosh, I'm feeling the same way. So it really started as a movement to help us remember that we're made in God's image. We're worthy of wearing things that make us feel beautiful. And in turn, it really blesses our families when we are the best version of ourselves.
I'm looking at those closets right behind you. I bet there's a lot of clothes worthy of wearing right in there. And speaking of worthiness and self-confidence, you're a mom, and you, of course, are teaching your kids in so many ways. Can you tell us how you're able to share with them those virtues of self-worth and confidence?
I think it really comes down to that book of Genesis and reading the story of Adam and Eve and how beautifully and intentionally God created the world and all of us in his image. I think that's just a powerful, simple way to start teaching children about their dignity and just how deeply God loves us. And of course, I know we just finished up our, Lent season, and now we're in the Eastertide. And so teaching them about, what that means that Christ gave his life for us. I know those sound like big themes for little ones, but they truly understand the depth and magnitude of it. And then using that to kind of inform their dignity, their self-worth, and then just teaching them, through the contexts of where we go and how to dress well and how to represent that they belong to Christ.
How old are your kids, Nicole?
I have a 7-year-old who just had her first Holy Communion.
Wow.
I have a 3-year-old boy and a 1-year-old boy.
What's your parish, by the way? Just curious.
We go to St. Rita's Parish.
Nice place?
Beautiful, yes.
Good.
Well, I feel a little self-conscious because we're talking about, the right way to dress, so on and so forth. And I am not a good dresser. The crew here would stick up for me on that statement.
We're working with him, Nicole.
They're working hard. I don't know if they're succeeding very much. But you've worked as a makeup artist and a beauty editor, and now you put those experiences into a book. Tell us about the book and what you're hoping that readers take away from it.
So this book, I really wanted to be very heavily visual, so it can really tell the story of what it means to embrace our personal style by uncovering who God made us to be. So really, most of the book is an exploration to kind of go a little bit deeper in learning, asking Christ, really, how do you see me? What are you calling me to? Kind of bringing them into a little bit of discernment of what their state in life is, what their day-to-day is, and then kind of carrying that along into how that informs what clothing suits your state in life and how you can use that not only to feel confident, but to evangelize, to dignify your work. So it's really a melding of all of these different worlds of my love of my faith and my love of personal style.
You look so calm, too. You got those kids running around. You got this book. You're trying to sell the book. How do you keep it all together?
Prayer is the only way, and of course asking my husband and my mom to help. They're helping quite a bit. My mom is with my kids right now, which I'm so blessed that she's here. So being rooted in prayer is the only way that I can keep my peace and do all of these things God is asking.
Yep.
Well, Nicole, this has been a pleasure as always. The book has a focus on women, so it's a perfect Mother's Day gift. Where can people obtain a copy and also follow your work?
So you can get the book from sophiainstitute.com/wow. And you can also find the book on Amazon. It is going to release on May 25th. And if they would like to come and follow along, I have a website, NicoleMCaruso.com. We have worthyofwearing.com. And I'm on Instagram with daily updates of what's going on with the handle NMCaruso.
Nicole, it's been a pleasure. Have a great day and happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you.
We'll see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.